Okay, this is not rounding up because I first of all rounded down. So let me erase rounding down, rounding off. Then let me repeat the process again to rounding round to 2 decimal place. Okay. I don't know why this is not affecting. It's supposed to affect. Okay, well, I would check why it is not being affected, but this is supposed to affect. It's supposed to be affected, but I don't know why. Well, there's no issues. If it is not affected, we can. Okay, let me check something. Let me check 1 decimal place. Okay. I think I know why it was not affected initially. Let me go back and round again to 2 decimal places. Then let me see. Okay, all right. Now the reason it was not being affected was because when you are rounding, you cannot round to a particular number where the decimal does not get to. Okay, let me just explain this in more practical terms. All right, let's say you have number like 23.76. You cannot round this number to you can't round this number to this number cannot be rounded to 3 decimal place. You understand? You can't round up this number to 3 because the decimal is not up to 3. This is 1, this is 2, and it's not up to 3. So, but if this is, you can round this now to 1 decimal place. So once you round this to 1 decimal place, it becomes 23.8. So that is the reason it was not being affected in our rounding up. So this isn't. Let me go back. If it this meeting is about to end in 15 minutes time. All right, so if you check this place now, let me cancel this. You will notice this is in these are in 2 decimal places. Now it will not affect this one that is in 1 decimal place because it does not get to 1 decimal place. So what I will do is, well, we may round it up to 2 decimal place and leave it like that. That means any number that is after that last decimal will be regarded as 0. So I can just click on round to whatever decimal. Let me say 1 or 2 decimal. Okay, let me round it up to 1 decimal place. So okay, and this is fine. All right, now this is easy. You can extract the day. I mean, the day is 27, the month and the year from this data. Now when you are working with analysis that has to do with dates can be very crucial. When it comes to analysis, they may ask you, can you tell us the dates this particular sales, like what is the date difference of this particular sales? But let me not go to a bit complex tonight. All right, so you can also replace values. Let me just load and apply this data set. Close and apply. I want to go and upload another data set that is dirty, at least. Then I will now teach you some other things that we need to know in data cleaning. Now this meeting is about to end in a few minutes time. I will need to get feedback from you guys if I should continue the class or we should call it a night. So, but let this load first. Let me go and load another data set. Then we continue with our transformation and cleaning. Alright, so this is already done loading. It's already done loading. Now, this data set is just few. This is it. It's not much. It's just having this few. Sorry. The one I really wanted to see is not this. Is this. Alright, so this is just having account number, name, category, quantity, unit price, extended price, dates, and date 2. You understand? So let me go and load another data set. I think that should be an Excel workbook data set. So let me go back. This okay, I think it's a CSV file instead. So let me go and check sales. I don't know if I've worked on this sample sales. I may have worked on this before. Let me click this. Let me see. I may have worked on this data set before. Okay, so okay, I think this is fine. I can work with this one. This one is more explanatory. Yeah, more explanatory. Very explanatory. I can do data cleaning with this one. So let me just transform data. So transforming data now I can do some other things with this data set. So one of the things I'm going to be doing with this data set is let me first of all check my quality. So these are my data quality already showing here. So let me go down. You will notice you will notice some empty. All right, now look at this one is empty. 89 is empty. Now let me show you something. This is 89 empty address line 2. That means when you are having about 65, in fact, let me say when you're having half of your data empty, in a particular column. Now most of the time it's good to just drop the column, drop the column. So this because half of it is empty, what analysis do you want to derive if half is empty? Most times, especially if the column is not too important, you can just drop it. So let me come here. More than half of these data are empty. You can see 89 is empty, only 11 is valid. That means I can't even work with this column at all. I will drop it. Just press delete and it's gone. Now come to state. State is having 51 empty. Of course, you may not necessarily need to work with state in this case because you're having more empty columns and it will affect your analysis. So I'll just drop this one too. Delete. Countries, okay, valid. Now for postal code is only having 4 empty. Only 4 that is empty in postal code. Now let me show you something. Now you can choose to fill all the empty space with a particular unique value, and you can choose to leave it. It may not necessarily affect your analysis. In fact, in this kind of analysis, you may not even want to be using postal code if what you are being asked does not require postal code. However, let me teach you how to fill an empty column. Yeah, how to fill or how to remove this particular. If this is empty, let's say you want to remove all the column that is empty. You understand? I want to remove this entirely. I will just click here. Then you will see, when you click this, you will see all the select. This blank is showing that specific column that is empty. So I'll just, if I uncheck this, it will not show me that one again. Just watch. You can see the blank is out. So it means that's entirely removed that row where there is a blank postal code. A blank postal code. So, but I don't want to do that. I want to fill it with a value. Okay, let me say I want to fill it with this value 11001. I want to fill it with this postal code. Okay, so I will just come back here and I will click. Now just take note. Right click rather. Right click this top and you will see a place called fill. We are not dealing with fill. You will see a place called replace values. Click on replace values. So once you click on replace value, it would open up what you want to replace. Now value to find, because that particular field is empty, I will leave it empty. What do I want to replace it with? I want to replace it with 110001. Okay. So once I press OK, you can see it has replaced with 11001. And it is now 100% valid. So that is how to replace a missing column or a missing row with that. So if you check this data critically, you would see a perfect data, something like that. So we can still extract. If you may want to extract if you want, and you may choose not to extract. Well, if your data requires dates, like your analysis, in your analysis they want you to carry out dates, it is necessary for